The K-drama industry has been hit with another scandal, but this time the situation is drastically different. Does Kim Dong-hee truly deserve all the backlash and hatred he's been receiving? And should he be accountable for something he did when he was a child? Let's dissect what happened with Kim Dong-hee and why it's wrong for people to destroy his career. Kim Dong-hee is a familiar name for many K-drama fans. Although he's only 22 years old, he's been slowly rising to fame since 2018 when he made his acting debut in 18. Ever since then, he's been gaining popularity and scoring himself some major roles, for example in Sky Castle or the popular Itaewon Class. He landed his first lead role in Netflix's Extracurricular, which ended up being the 9th most watched South Korean series on Netflix in 2020. It's safe to say that the start of his career was successful and everything seemed to be lining up for him. But then the heavy news hit the internet. We need to roll back to February 2021. Along with dozens of other celebrities, Dong-hee was accused of being back when he was still a student by a group of anonymous netizens. Netizen A said, "I hate that someone who used to be a brutal became such a beloved celebrity. As soon as my school alumni gather more evidence, I will share it." Apart from being accused of hurting other people, Dong-hee was also accused of smoking in the classrooms. Netizen B spoke up, "Kim Dong-hee would wear his e-cigarette around his neck or keep it in his uniform pocket, and he would sometimes smoke in the classroom. The most disturbing accusation was that he would slap disabled students. He also harassed the more vulnerable students, forcing them to give him massages." Right after the accusations were made, Dong-hee's agency JYP Entertainment quickly denied everything that those netizens said. Something similar was first posted back in 2018, and at the time, we confirmed no such incident mentioned in the post actually happened. The agency further stated that since the same false information was posted again, they would be pursuing legal actions against the accusers. It took Dong-hee's legal team almost a whole year to debunk these allegations. On December 28th of 2021, Dong-hee's representative shared an official statement regarding the investigation of Dong-hee's controversy. The statement said, "For a very long time, Kim Dong-hee has worked hard in order to reveal the truth behind the allegations that were posted online. During the process, Kim Dong-hee submitted his plaintiff statement, statements from his previous teachers and alumni friends, and copies of his elementary and middle school records. However, the allegations are from when he was in elementary school. Because there was no clear evidence that could support the different perspectives of everyone involved, Dong-hee was cleared of all the allegations, saying that he hurt a disabled classmate." The statement continued, "Growing up, Kim Dong-hee lived with 2 family members who were disabled. Although he had a difficult family background, he always tried to protect and embrace his pain and wounds. The false rumors about his attitude towards disabled people caused a lot of pain not only for him, but also for his family." In the statement, it was admitted that during his childhood, Dong-hee did have a rebellious phase, but he never hurt anyone. In the end, it was announced Dong-hee would be taking some time to reflect on himself. But then the media still decided to attack him and portray him in a bad light. On January 12th, 2022, media outlet Sports Kyunghyung released an article claiming that Dong-hee admitted that he, a netizen K, during his 5th year in elementary school. It was said that Dong-hee did admit to using verbal attacks against K, but denied any claims of threatening K with scissors or a box cutter. The statement said, "The plaintiff admitted that he pushed K in the chest with his hands, then went on to kick K in the chest with his foot, but maintained the position that K raised the accusations on online forums with malicious intent by making the incident seem more serious than it was." The evidence presented by K included a voice recording by the school's principal, and other witnesses also testified in K's favor. Apart from that, the mother of K testified that Dong-hee himself and his mother visited their home to apologize in person. On January 13th of 2022, Dong-hee released a formal statement and apology. "During my 5th year in elementary school, I became involved in an argument with a friend in my class, and that argument escalated into a fight. I was penalized by my teacher, and when my mother found out, she scolded me ferociously. I visited the friend at his home with my mother to apologize. I attended tutoring lessons with that friend. We also had dinners with our families, so I thought that I was forgiven by that friend and his mother. I didn't realize that I was mistaken and that issue had remained a deep scar for both of them until now." Dong-hee finished the statement by apologizing to everyone who was hurt by his immature words and actions when he was young, more specifically when he was in 5th grade, which means that he was 10 or 11. When this statement was released, the public decided to speak up. One group attacked Dong-hee, the other called out the media for their BS, and then the whole situation started to get a little tense when the mother of K claimed that Dong-hee's apology letter was nothing but a red herring. On January 16th of 2022, Sports Kyunghyung did an interview with the mother to question if Dong-hee personally reached out to them or through his label. She said this, "No, we didn't hear anything from him. Honestly, I didn't expect it. I disclosed my child's case to help other victims voice their trauma as well." She also went on to claim that her child and Dong-hee never went to tutoring classes or never had lunch with their families as previously stated by herself. So what was the truth? The mother expressed that her child and Dong-hee were never friends and that Dong-hee attacked her child out of nowhere. In that case, why did she decide to speak up now and not in the beginning? I don't know what happened, but her statements are clearly contradicting. In most cases, when someone's past actions and harassment get exposed, their image gets permanently tainted. The public doesn't take accusations like this lightly, but it's a bit different with Dong-hee. A lot of people are siding with Dong-hee and think that what he's done as a a child shouldn't influence his career and everything he achieved as an adult. People change and learn from their mistakes, especially the ones that they did in their childhood. I mean, when you're just 10 years old, your moral compass and mental capacity is still developing, so sometimes you do something that is considered bad, and kids are often very mean at this age. One user on Twitter said, "Having a fight with a friend in 5th grade is not. He apologized back then and spent time with that person afterwards. This is why people end up not taking victims seriously. This was corrected years ago, yet here this person is wanting attention and probably money too." Another one tweeted, "Why bring stuff up that happened in elementary school? I could kind of understand high school, but something that happened a decade ago? People only bring stuff up once you become famous. At this point, it's out of spite and jealousy." Another tweet said, "I'm confused as to why Kim Dong-hee has to apologize again for something from 5th grade that he and his mom already apologized for. Tell me the victim isn't just trying to ruin him." People have been vocal on Facebook as well, especially under all K-pop's official report of Dong-hee admitting to his wrongdoings. One comment read, "He was a kid. Character development happened. The accuser definitely has malicious intent to ruin the actor's career. For the accuser, the actor should suffer his past mistakes for all his life." Another user on Facebook pointed out that most little kids are rebels during those years and that it doesn't make sense to hold it against someone for more than 10 years later. Another user said, "In elementary school? Come on. I'm hoping from age 8 to adulthood he's made some strides. I'd be more worried if we were talking like in high school." One of the users also pointed out how Korea is really special for expecting a child to be perfect for society from early childhood. It's safe to say that a lot of people were angered by the whole situation. Understandably so, especially since Dong-hee himself admitted to his actions, but even clarified that he and the alleged victim went to tutoring classes and had numerous gatherings with their families. So what was the reason for the victim to come forward 10 years later? The phrase cancel culture might be the answer to that question. What started as a movement to publicly seek out accountability and justice turned into something that is being thrown around very lightly. Instead of calling out the person for their wrongdoings and educating them about why their actions were wrong, people turn to canceling them instead. Unfortunately, there's a huge difference between these two, and over the past years, people seem to miss the point. The term being canceled used to be used as a way to show disapproval for a person's actions as a joke or a lighthearted criticism. As of right now, the term now means boycotting someone professionally. To a lot of people, calling out someone publicly is the only way to call for accountability and justice when nothing else seems to work, and it has become an important tool of social justice. But what's Dong-hee being held accountable for when his actions happened 10 years ago when he was just a child? And on top of that, he apologized for that back then. While cancel culture has been effective in many cases of calling out racism, homophobia, or misogyny, canceling someone can quickly turn into actual. Being canceled can make a person feel ostracized, socially isolated, and lonely. All of these feelings can lead to higher anxiety, depression, and in the worst case scenario, even Not to mention that it affects the person's professional life and career, as they can lose their job in a matter of seconds. In a lot of cases, people give up on the person being called out before they even get a chance to apologize or explain themselves. While Dong-hee did have the chance to apologize and did so many times, people keep forgetting that he had many opportunities to learn and grow from his mistakes. Among other things, this is what people forget when they hunt someone down and start canceling them immediately. While it won't erase the things they have done, just the fact that they were able to admit their mistakes and realize what they did wrong shows that canceling them might not be the right thing to do. Aaron Rose, who is a corporate diversity and inclusion consultant, spoke up about the call out and cancel culture. He said, "Mainstream internet activism is a lot of calling out and blaming and shaming. We have to be honest with ourselves about whether calling out and canceling gives us more than a short-term release of cathartic anger." Going off by what Rose said and to fit into Dong-hee's story, there's a question that can be asked. Are these people angry because of what he had done, or because they want to portray themselves as social justice warriors on social media? This goes hand in hand with realizing that these celebrities are people too, and it's impossible for people to be perfect. What Dong-hee did is surely wrong, but is it worth the time and effort to cancel him over something that happened 10 years ago? I don't think so. Thank you for watching, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Bye!